Welcome to US Bank Stadium, home of your Minnesota Vikings, where we are hosting the Denver Broncos for our Week 5 matchup. So far this season, 4-0. Sounds great. Every single one of those games have been very close. We've struggled with injuries during games. Luckily, most of them haven't gone to multiple week injuries. We did have one. But as we see, a former quarterback of ours, Teddy Bridgewater here, still with the Broncos. Not off to a hot start. I would say similarly to Saunders in terms of interception to touchdown ratio. But when it comes to the Denver offense, we're really not worried that much about the passing. We're worried about the running. With Javonte Williams, he is a fantastic young runner. Before I decided to make this YouTube series, we get a nice hit there from Harrison Hitman Smith. Yeah, Javonte Williams. Before I decided to make this YouTube series, I did a Broncos franchise, and he was the bell cow back. We couldn't pass worth anything, but we could run over just about anyone. He was the integral part of the offense, so he's the main focus for me. I want to make sure that we limit him, as they do a nice job of limiting Hunter there, and they're going to get a nice chunk here to, I believe that's Tim Patrick. Now, saying that I'm not worried about the passing doesn't mean that they can't pass. They definitely can, and we've seen some good play from Bridgewater before. Just struggles a little bit with the consistency of not only being healthy, but also the accuracy. But good news for us, we do have all of our linebackers back in this game. Kendrick's healthy, and Eric Wilson also healthy, so don't have any of the rookies in, but who knows, maybe later in the season one of them will take over for Wilson, as we probably won't re-sign him, so get some of the young guys some playing time. We get a nice hit there from Kendricks on Williams. Doesn't get a yard, maybe back to the line of scrimmage, maybe even a loss. And with that hit, it brings up a 3rd and 7 from the 42-yard line. See, there looks like they're going to set up a screen and have Harrison Smith out there and not able to make the tackle. That's close to the first down. Going to depend on the spot. And they call it 4th and inches. Joyner able to get the tackle right before Williams completes that 3rd down. And on 4th and inches, the Broncos offense does come out to try to convert here. And we're going to send a bit of a blitz. They're overload, and it doesn't work. They end up getting a good chunk, maybe about 12 or more on that play. They say 8. Felt like a lot more. We would like to see one of our DTs there make a play. Haven't seen much in terms of the run-stopping ability yet from Graves, but he has shown some ability to get into the backfield, and that's the problem there with Williams. He's able to break some of those one-on-one tackles and get a few more yards. He's not extremely fast or quick, but his power and stability is really his key. And we get a sack from Wanham. I'm not too sure he has much this year. I feel like that could be his first sack of the season. And it is at least our first sack of the game here. I'm going to come out in some man coverage. Kendricks on Sutton might be not a good matchup for us. They go underneath to the tight end, Fant, and he gets close to the first down there. Going to call it another 4th and inches. He just drug Kendricks for about 5 yards. And instead of going for it here on this 4th and inches, they do bring the field goal team out. This would be about a 35-yard field goal. That looks right down the middle. Going to put them up early in this game, 3-0. And early in this game, I want to see if we could take a shot here deep to Chark on this kind of bit of a wheel route here. Don't like the look that we got there. I'm going to roll out. Probably take scramble here, forget about 7 out of bounds, take the safe play here, not try to force anything. And of course, early in this season, we've also had a little bit of a hit and miss with Dalvin, not in terms of his ability, but with his health, as again, he jukes inside instead of outside. Dalvin, do what I tell you. I don't know if maybe that has something to do with one of the Superstar X Factor abilities, that it changes the way that you have him kind of make any moves. We get Osborne again down the seam. Not enough speed to get to the end zone, but we're down to the 4. He's been a criminal in that slot spot, just stealing huge plays left, right, and center. Very happy with his performance so far this year. Unfortunately getting a bit older, but might be a candidate for a contract extension, especially if we decide not to bring back Chark. maybe we'd give him that third receiver spot. As Dalvin fights through one guy, continues to fight forward, and they say he falls in. First touchdown of the day for the Minnesota Vikings. Dalvin Cook down the middle, fighting, and finally gets in. And following that offensive drive, we put up 7 thanks to a big play by Osborne. Dalvin Hill finishes off. Our defense comes out here with their first lead of the game. Denver starting from the 25, and they get a gain of 4 on that first down run. Gonna slide the defensive line over to the left, our left at least. And they're going deep, and that is just out of bounds. Tim Patrick, no chance to catch that one. And on 3rd and 6, they come out with a 3 tight end set to the left. Not a great formation for us. Left their younger tight end. I'm not sure. I think that's a younger guy. I don't remember having a young tight end with a number of 89, but you never know. Could have signed someone in free agency. So they're going to punt the ball off here to Nwangwu. We do not get the blocking that we needed. He fights off the tackler, but then just falls over. Our offense will take the field at the 26. And we did a lot of shotgun spread formations at first drive. We'll come out here following that drive and go into our power form here. Try to run down the middle with Dalvin. Don't quite get the blocking we were looking for. Only gets a gain of about 2 on that first down carry. So on 2nd down, we'll come out with the play action. Don't like the coverage we had there. Gonna go for Jefferson across the middle there. He does get pretty partially tackled after he gets the reception, but he gets the reception nonetheless. Down to the 43. Looks like they have quite a few guys stacked to that left-hand side, which is where we're running here. See if we could get the edge. Not really. We're just gonna get forward as quickly as we can, maybe get a gain of 1. On 2nd and 9, we'll come out here in a spread look. 2 receivers to both sides, one of those being our tight end to the right. And Nwangwu came out here to spell Dalvin. Going to use his speed, get to the outside, and out of bounds at about the 38. And following a good run there by Dalvin, or not by Dalvin, by Nwangwu. Sorry there, Nwangwu. We're going to go for the play action fake here. See if maybe we could hit any of these guys deep. I didn't like it. Didn't see anyone open. We're going to scramble here with Saunders. Get about 7 yards and out of bounds. Now, I've said that the last 2 times on both of his runs. I've said 7 yards, and it's just been 6. All right, we'll take it. And Nwangwu down the middle. Not able to make 38 miss, but gets enough for the first down, and we're down to the 21. So I did call this play because I thought Thielen would be over on the right, but it brings over Jefferson. And they got one-on-one. That's a tight window. Saunders squeezed it in, but Flanagan not able to hold on. And one of the, I think it might have been one of the corners for the Denver Broncos comes out after that play. A bit shaken up. We're going to run here with Nwangwu. He's going to honestly show a little bit of power there, stay up for a bit. Gets a solid gain there on that run. Going to give us a 3rd and 4 from our 15. And I'm not trying to force anything. Instead, going to go with Flanagan at the bottom here. And they're going to mark us out at the 11, so I doubt that's a first. And they did mark us just shy. We're so close to the end zone. We could smell it. We don't want to give it up. Ham down the middle. Gets rocked and fumbles the ball. Not sure he would have had the first down either way. This might be the fall of Ham. He was so clutch for us last year. Converted, I'm pretty sure, anything that we asked him to. This year, he's now not converting. Nice tackle there from Harrison Smith, chopping down Williams. But yeah, it's now the second time second time, so I don't want to talk too much, but it is the second time where he wasn't able to convert for us, and this time it was a fumble. Dantzler gets a nice job of breaking that up. He did get beat there by Fant, but he recovers nicely. I don't know, maybe drafting Thurston put a curse there on Ham. He just doesn't have the confidence maybe that he was playing with last year. So we're going to check the underneath here with Kendricks. Looks like we might not be able to get there with Hunter. They get a completion to Patrick. Luckily, Kendrick's able to get over there and get the tackle before the first down. That could have gone for a lot more. Luckily, we were able to get that stop. And following that stop, we're going to hit the 2-minute warning. And now inside the 2-minute warning, they will send out the punt team on 4th and 5. Pretty deep in their own territory, so no need to go for it for them. That's risking a bit much. Again, we don't quite get the blocks. And I don't think we gained anything on that punt return. 1 yard per return. So yeah, I'm going to assume we lost a few on that one. On first down, going to come out here with 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right being Flanagan. Just doesn't quite get the break there. We're going to chuck it not at where I wanted that to go. Luckily that went out of bounds. But yeah, that was thrown like 10, 15 yards deeper downfield than what I was hoping it would be. That was one of those risks that we probably shouldn't have taken. As now Dalvin, he listens to me, jukes to the outside. Fortunately, don't get the broken tackle there, but a nice gain on that run. In this first down, we're trying to flood the right side of the field here. See if anything breaks open late. Chuck it deep. Chark. Nope. That's an interception. Probably shouldn't have chucked it deep. 20th career interception there for, I believe that's Simmons. You know, every now and then it's worth taking a risky pass like that. We've completed some really good ones this year doing that, but that one not really in our favor, as Bridgewater does a nice job of scrambling, buying time, and then finds his receiver breaking across the middle. Did a nice job there. It's what we saw him do in Minnesota. Just buy a little bit of time and then get the ball out to someone. So they're going to dump it off here to Williams. Kendrick's there to get the tackle, force him out of bounds at the 29. We are now under a minute left here in the first half. Still a close game, 7-3. That's how we've played all of our games this year. We get a decent tackle there from Dantzler. I've started to put most of Dantzler's upgrade points into the slot archetype for him. That's where he's played really his whole time since we've taken over here for Minnesota. In real life, I think he's kind of played a little bit of both outside and inside. Just depends on who is all healthy. We're going to scramble out here. Or we're not going to scramble out, but we're going to try to follow the scramble by Bridgewater. Gets 11 and out of bounds. 23 seconds left. We haven't done a double A-gap blitz in a little bit, so let's dial that up. See if we could get around the edge here. And we should get a night. We're very much locked up. Michael Pierce, though, gets the tackle. I think that'll be registered as a sack. And that it will be. And that forces the Broncos to take their final timeout of the half. Now only 18 seconds left. If basically we get a tackle inbounds, which we don't really do there. If we could get a tackle inbounds, this half will be a wrap. We're just going to make a couple of adjustments here. Spread out that defensive line. And they're going to go deep again to Williams. We get the tackle inbounds, under 10 seconds left. I doubt they're going to have any time. And that they most certainly do not. Clock hits 0. We're going to go into halftime up 7-3. It's a close one. We've made some mistakes. We need to clean up, not force some passes, but we say that about every week. But as the team heads on into the locker room, take a look at the stats. As you can see, we've played pretty well balanced. 71 passing yards, 77 rushing yards, doing a better job in the rushing game than the Broncos, which was the game plan. Over on the East Coast, Bears and Panthers. Bears up currently with about a minute left in the first half. 14-7, both teams 2-2 on this season. Going down south, Colts and Saints. And that one is a wrap, and there are a lot of points scored in that one. 83 in total, 52 to the Colts, 31 to the Saints. Colts now 5-0 on the season, still being led by Carson Wentz. Up north, we have Philly and Green Bay. Green Bay currently leads, 1 minute left in the first half, 14-7. Packers only one game behind us, now being led by Love as Rodgers has retired. And we will be receiving the second half kickoff here, giving the opportunity to widen our lead, put together a solid drive, which honestly has been a little bit. We had some good play in our drives in the first half, but only one of them really ended up in any points for us. And I feel like some of the inside run game down in the power formations hasn't worked really that well for us so far in this game. So I'm going to spread it out a little bit here, get a gain of about 3 or 4 on that first down carry. Play actions have worked out decently well for us, whether that is meaning that we're throwing the ball or we're just scrambling and then dumping it off. We're going to go here to Thielen, not able to bring it in. He ended up needing to dive for it, and whether the ground or maybe the backer that was covering him got a hand on it, not sure. We are going to find him here, though. Try to get to the inside. He does a nice job breaking the tackle there. Gets a couple more yards down to the 47. Slant routes always pretty reliable for us. We have a lot of really good, not pretty good, but a lot of really good route runners on this team. Gonna hit Flanagan here, get about a gain of 25, maybe around down to the 30. Hit a couple pass plays back to back, so I'd like to do a draw play here. Try to see if we could get the linebackers to go to the back, and they most certainly do not. Cleveland doesn't get a good run block there, and I've noticed that the last couple games that Cleveland has been struggling a little bit in the running game, which is not good news for him, as that's what he does. He's a run blocker. We find Chark here for about a gain of 7, and he goes down shaken up, holding that shoulder. Hopefully nothing too serious for Chark. We have seen some good play from Osborne, so we know we can rely on him. We're going to have to scramble out here, try to make a play to Thielen, who catches it, but does not catch it in bounds. And if that does end up being a longer injury, we do know that we have some younger talent down in the depths, as Koo gets that up, and it is good. He did have his first miss for us as a Viking. I don't remember if it was last game or the game before, but this one is good. That miss was the extra point. But here's the update we have for Chark. So just a bruised shoulder. We'll sit him out for a little bit, have Osborne play a bit. Might go into a little bit more of two receiver sets, but we'll see kind of what happens there with Chark and Osborne. Of course, we were going out for that first drive for a touchdown. We don't get the touchdown, but we do widen the lead. Now a touchdown game here. So they're going to run a pitch as we just get completely juked out of our shoes with Kendricks flying by Williams, who powers through for about a gain of 7. And here's a play we haven't ran too much since bringing Harrison Smith down to linebacker. Going to send the safety blitz here. They're going to send the guy in motion. And a pretty good play call for us. Just happens to line up pretty well there. Tackle Sutton in the backfield, loss of 3. And after that loss, going to bring up a 3rd and 5. Going to spread the defensive line a little bit to the strong side. And there's a sack. Michael Pierce again. We didn't think he was going to be much of the interior pass rusher for us, but that's honestly why we drafted Graves. But so far this year, it's been Michael Pierce getting the sacks on the interior. And I know I said that we might go into some 2 receiver sets, but we're going to come out here in a 3 receiver set off the go here. Not liking what I see. Going to throw this one away. Still get hit, but at least it's no interception or fumble. On 2nd and 10, we're going to come out here. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Going to hand this off to Dalvin. We get a good block there from Cleveland. Try to get to the outside. We're not able to get past 21, but we do get the first. We'll come out here with a bit of play action. I would like to, I would love to see if Thielen can break open here. First, he doesn't have much of the speed. Dalvin gets a key block. We're not seeing much. We're going to scramble here, get close to the first down, and they do give us the first down. Of course, Saunders still takes another hit. So let's jump on down to our power formation here. Let's get a couple run plays in. Let Saunders catch his breath a little bit. Taking a few hits the last couple plays. Dalvin does a nice job running down the middle. For a little bit of some fresh legs, going to bring in Royce Freeman here on the 2nd and 5. Brings a good bit of power to his play. Runs a little bit through Simmons, but still gets the tackle. However, we got the first down to the 35. Let's continue to let Saunders get a little bit of breath under him. So we're going to go here to the right side. Not much there. Gets maybe a gain of a couple, and now he's holding, could be a rib, shoulder, could be arm, not sure, but something definitely in pain there. And unfortunately, Freeman is heading into the locker room, so it could be something serious for him. We do have a 4th running back on roster, so we might see him a little bit today. Get a good pass there to Dalvin. Probably should have kept him on his feet, but we will take the first down catch there. Going to run a little bit of hurry up here. See what we could get. I wanted to hit Jefferson, but I saw a linebacker drop, got a bit nervous. We're going to take a loss of 9 on that sack. Saunders taking quite a few hits today. Would like to limit that here in the 4th quarter. And on 2nd and 19, we need to pass the ball. I'm going to roll out a little bit here, get a dump off to Chark, who is back in the game, so good news there. However, Royce Freeman, it was his ribs. We're being told broken ribs, so he's probably going to be out for a few weeks. Bit of bad news there. Luckily, we did find a young guy who brings a little bit of power to play here. What we don't get is any open receiver. Saunders takes another hit. First sack of the game there for Oliver. And this is going to bring out Koo for another field goal attempt. This one from about 40 yards here. Luckily, we're lined up pretty well right down the middle. Straightforward kick down the middle for Koo. Going to give us a 10-point lead here early in the fourth quarter. Denver coming out here again, now down 10. They have 6 minutes to score twice, basically. We get a nice hit there in Jerry Jeudy. I think I might have called him Sutton earlier in the game, but that is definitely Jerry Jeudy. I'm going to change things up to a double A gap blitz here. As they go down the middle, Hunter able to meet Williams about at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a loss of 1. It brings up a 3rd and 3. We're going to try to bring some of these guys down here. Going to run a bit of a man blitz. Kendricks in the gap. Williams fights for it, dives for it. He might have the first, and they do give it to him. And that's the ability that you have with Williams. He can fight through some tackles, get just a couple extra yards each time. And a lot of times that does convert into a first down. They're going to check down to a pass there, and it was Graves that applied the pressure there, broke up that pass, or just threw off the timing. So a good play there for the young defensive tackle. Oh, just a yard or two to the outside of Kendricks. Not able to get a hand on it. However, we do bring down Sutton about a couple inches generously before he gets that completion. As we come off the edge, Dantzler does a nice job breaking up that pass. Patrick just not able to hold on, and we're going to try to crunch this line a little bit, play the underneath, and they get some good blocking. Not able to get there with Hunter, but Joyner does get the tackle after a good run there by Williams. Now they're going to come out with 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Then looks like Williams has been subbed out. Going to try to get back there, not able to. Kyle Fuller not able to knock that pass away, with inches away from doing so. Haven't seen him make any big plays this year. The last couple games starting to be picked on a little bit, so need to see him step up a little bit. Of course, on the opposite end, where we have Denzel Ward, has played fantastic for us so far this season. I think he has 4 interceptions, and we're only in week 5. They're going to dump it off here to Williams. Not able to chop him down there with Fuller, but quickly gets the stop with a couple others. Again, kind of come out here in that 3 receiver to the right form, 1 to the left. Let's see if we could sit underneath some of these guys, and Bridgewater just chucks it out the back. On 3rd and goal from the 5, we're going to come out in the double A gap look. Going to sit in a cover 3, however. Try to fake the blitz here. And Bridgewater throws that right to Kendricks. Want to stay in the end zone. Give us the touchback. Fantastic. Thought that could have been close to a safety. Not sure if we left. But Kendricks, big play. And of course, with that turnover there, going to give us a plus in the turnover department. We just need to run out this clock, cut back a little bit, get a good run there by Dalvin. Think about a gain of 6. And if we're able to keep this score as is, or even extend it before the end of this game, I feel like this will be one of the largest gaps of victory. That's not the proper way of saying it. Largest points won by would be slightly better. At least in a few games. I'm pretty sure the last couple have just been a 1 touchdown difference. So we're going to hand it off here to Ham. No fumble this time. Also, not much gained either. I think after this run here to Dalvin, we might bring in the young guy that we ended up picking up, as Dalvin, I think, trips on a blocker's leg there. And on 3rd and 6, you can see our new 4th string running back here, number 8, Dalvin Rhodes. He's not much of a power guy, but he can get the job done when need be. It's his 2nd season in the NFL. Saunders scrambles, gets the first down. He's, I think, a 67, maybe 68 overall running back, so not super high, but he has some potential skills, so we went ahead and picked him up. Knew we might need some depth, and that's his first run here. Only a gain of 2, but 2 more yards than he's had previously. And with this game slowly ticking down, Denver out of timeouts, we'll just give him a few carries, see what he's able to do, maybe show a splash or 2 here. Gets a decent gain of, I think, about 6. And let's see if we could get 1 more carry in here for him. See if he can convert a 3rd and 2. I'm going to go to the outside. He has some speed, jukes back in, gets the first down, and this game is a wrap. Vikings with the victory, 13-3, very low scoring game. Defense has played clutch for us this season. Offense has had sparks here and there. I'd like to see a little bit more consistency from them. As you see, when the team heads into the locker room, this game was all us. Unfortunately, we did lose the turnover game. They did have 2 on us. We only had the 1, but we had them beat everywhere else, and in the points column where it really matters, we were victorious. Saunders hyping up the crowd as they head into the locker room 5-0. And following that game, have 2 upgrades, one here to Young Ho Koo and another to Wanham. For Koo, just going to continue to give that accuracy, best chance of getting an upgrade to an actual kicking attribute for a kicker. And he does get the +1 to the accuracy. DJ Wanham also has an upgrade available to him. Let's take a little look at the ratings. So, power moves is up to an 80. I would like to see block shedding come up a bit, especially if he's going to be a long-term player for us. He is up to be re-signed after this season. It is his last season under contract. He gets the +1 to block shedding and +3 to tackling. So we would like to see a good season from him, and a way that he could help out with his stats this season is by getting some tackles for loss. So we'll give him that boost to block shedding. And of course, we did have that injury during this game. Royce Freeman, broken ribs. He will miss the next 3 games. However, next week, Christian Darrisaw should be back in the lineup, which would be good, as we will be facing the Carolina Panthers, who we faced in the postseason last year. They didn't have much of Christian McCaffrey, I'm assuming due to the stamina issues that sometimes show up. So considering it's early in the season, we're probably going to see a bit more of him. So it'd be nice to have Darrisaw back to make sure our offense can keep up with the Panthers' offense. And like I said in that previous screen, we are playing the Carolina Panthers next week 6. We're 5-0. They're 3-2. Team is fairly well balanced in terms of team overall. We have the edge. If you're looking at the offense versus offense, they have the edge, and defense versus defense, but those two never play against each other. So when you actually take a look at who would be facing who, they have the advantage on both sides. Their defense is slightly higher overall than our offense, and their offense is quite a few bit higher than our defense, but our defense has been fantastic for us. So make sure you're sticking around to watch this next matchup against the Carolina Panthers. We also have to worry about dropping a game, because if we do lose and the Packers continue to win, then they might jump us in the NFC North. It's a tight race against the 2 that are typically the leaders here. So if you want to continue watching, see what we're able to do this season, if we're able to defend our championship title, make sure you're sticking around. Subscribe down below, hit that bell notification to be notified of when I post these. You could also follow me on Twitter, BigBearB_gaming. I always tweet out when these are live. Speaking of which, I need to tweet one out right now. But yeah, make sure you follow there. Leave a comment, like down below as well. Really appreciate it, and I hope you enjoyed. And until next time, we'll see you later. Bye.